Stith da Eubinakan. Welcome to podcast number 198. Well, lately I seem to be starting every podcast with a weather update, and we've had two of the hottest days ever on record, which was yesterday and today. Tipping some at you, I tell you. Well, now I'm here now indoors, and we've now got thunder and lightning. We've got quite a storm brewing up here now. But it's been a beautiful day today. It's been, well, in the 30s. I mean, it was so hot. And I actually had a day off. It's a rare day when we got no funerals. So we decided we could take a day off, and we got our push bikes and we rode, well, through Newquay, ended up out Crantock. I did put some photos on my personal Facebook page, actually. There's a few photos there, but yeah, we had a beauty couple hours out on the push bike. It was handsome. But I say the weather's been brilliant, if not a bit too hot, but we must not complain. But now the thunder and lightning is coming, so to be interesting to see what the weather's like tomorrow. Looking back over me last week, we had two interment of ashes at pretty much the same time on Saturday. So our youth training boy, John Moon, he was up at Warlegan, and I was here in Wadebridge, and 'twas for Jenny. Now, Jenny, she'd moved up to England, I would say, in the last 12 months, and sadly passed away. A real old Wadebridge family. Now, her father, he'd been mentioned on the podcast a few times by old Bridgers. I think he used to, maybe was it sell newspapers? I think it was, on the platform on the railway station back when the train used to come into Wadebridge, Mr. Ote. So 'twas lovely to obviously hear that family name. And of course, Jenny, that was her maiden name. And there's so many of her relatives up there around St. Breoch Church. And we had interment of ashes up there. And for me, it's one of those things where, like, Steve and Stuart, her two sons, was with me at school. Steve was in my year at school, and it happens so often that I meet up with old mates from school. But it's a difficult one, really, because you want to catch up on old times, but then you're there for such a sad occasion. But some of you might recognise the name Steve Treadwell. Now, Steve was in the first group we was in, Federation, and he would sing a bit, and he was one of the two keyboard players. So the music you hear at the end, when we're playing Joybringer at the end, Steve is playing keyboards on that track. So I say it was lovely to meet up with them again, because they moved away. Well, I think they went away when they went uni, and like so many Cornish, they never come back. But yeah, it was good to see them, but not under the circumstances. And then Sunday, to be honest, I can't remember what we'd done. No, ain't got a clue. I looked back on photos on my phone. I thought, oh, I can't see anything. So I don't know what I did last Sunday, but it was good anyway. And then we was back into this week for work. Again, early starts with 8:30 funerals. And we had a few of them again this week. And we also had Derek's funeral, Eglisale. And I did put a photo up there of the tractor, because Pat, his brother, drove the tractor following behind the hearse and the limo, and he said it was the nearest one he could get to what Derek had before, and it was lovely. So I put a photo on our RJ Bray Facebook page, but say church was packed for Derek, a real character of the town, and yeah, it was a sad day to say goodbye to Derek. Another photo I did put up in the last few days is our new limousine, which I say we got at last. You may have heard from previous episodes, it was touch and go, really. We were just so lucky that our car was so close to completion. I think it just needed one software update and two springs on the back. And because there's a lot of people, they weren't as lucky as that. And we got the car. So what happened was the family company that been going for 75 years went into administration, but luckily there was a firm just a mile down the road, I think it is, and they took over the project for us. They finished it off, give it a good going through, so we got the warranty, and then Neil went up to pick it up last week. But like I say, have a look on our Facebook page. 'Tis a Mercedes, because sadly Jaguar, they don't make XJs and XFs anymore. So those older cars now, they'll be getting phased out as the years go on. But this is quite an imposing looking car. It really is. And I say there was a lot of other people that weren't as lucky as we would. So at least we've got it back into Cornwall safe and sound. I did get a lovely notification as well about the podcast. And I've just put a thing on my personal page now, because looking back, I said at the time, more people stream this than actually download it. And I got the message that last week there was 100,000 downloads worldwide of this podcast. So thank you to everybody that listens. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'm open to do a lot more. The next target is 250,000, but that could be a few years off, but that's proper. But as far as this week's work goes, I think 90% of the funerals we've had this week are private. And if they're private, I never mention names or anything at all. But one funeral that wasn't private was dear Vicky's funeral. And I did put a photo up yesterday. Now, Michelle, Vicky's mum, I've known her forever. We went to school together. They lived in Bodmin now. And it was terribly sad. Vicky, only in her 30s, passed away. But she had a real wicked sense of humour. And she always said that at her funeral, because she knew she was poorly, she wanted the Grim Reaper there. So in all my years as a funeral director, this is the first time we'd had the Grim Reaper at the funeral. And I did take a photo, actually, and I did put it on. I said to Michelle, is it all right? She said, yeah, proper. So, yeah, it was lovely. Really was. She would have loved it. Have the Grim Reaper following her in to the crematorium chapel. But it was a lovely service. The chapel was full. There were people outside. The weather, it was in the 30s. And I did promise Michelle that the crematorium has got air conditioning. And 2 days ago, it broke down. And they're waiting for engineers to fix it. So we had the doors open, the front and the back. But yeah, it was a good farewell for Vicky, really. Very sad, but I know she would have approved. The flowers and everything was her down to a T. So that's about it. I have cheated. I've just gone back on my Facebook page, and I'm telling now what I did on Sunday. We went out for a push bike ride. Went down the Camel Trail. This is a nice, easy one. If we're feeling a bit lethargic, nice, easy one. Camel Trail, Grogley, and then up past the Withiel storage units up there. Coffee there at the Cornwall Services. And then we head on towards St Austell to the top of Bugle, back down through Bugle, along the old road, and then join up again, go back the way we come. It is about 30 odd mile. But if we ain't feeling too energetic, that's what we do. And that's what we did on Sunday. And then also, 'twas Father's Day. How could I forget that? Father's Day as well. So that was me Sunday. I can go sleep now without worrying what I did on Sunday. Right, well now over to part 2 of me interview with Dave and Sheila. And I've seen lots of people this week who've said they've loved it. And just talking about old times. I mean, that's what this podcast is, really. Just a few old Cornish blokes and women talking about old times. So we'll now go back for the second part of their interview. And then I'll speak to you directly with me Cornish bits. So here it is. So, yeah, we'll go back to your school then. So, schoolmates, I mean...
There aren't many I can remember. One, Daniel Hope, he was called. After I left school, and he was the only one I ever come across, because moving away from Truro, I lost all contact with him anyway.
So when did you move up here then? When you got married, which was...
68.
'68.
Oh, so, yeah, a long time then.
Yeah, because I started work 1963. And then, of course, we was engaged a couple of years, wasn't us?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So what did you get up to? Obviously, you had your sport when you was younger.
I was forever asking teachers, can I be at school space?
Yeah.
Because, as I say, I was either playing football, playing rugby, or running around the track.
Yeah,
in Power a lot of times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Used to go out the running track.
They did, didn't they? I don't know if it's still there. No,
I'm not sure. But I never did like long distance.
No.
But
we used to have St. John's Sports Days, and it would be out the track out at Power.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Well, we used to inter-school competitions and that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all good fun.
Yeah.
As I say, I used to like rugby till I got hurt. And I said, oh, crikey, this is rough here. Right?
Yeah.
But once I started working Saturdays was part of the week. So you couldn't get involved really. You couldn't keep letting the team down.
No. Well, a lot of people work 6 days a week, didn't they?
I used to work, I think when I first started, it was a 42-hour week. And then it went to a 44. So it was weird, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, being so shy as well, it was terrible. It's hard to believe how bad it was.
Oh.
But, Frank, he was good school. He broke me of it, really.
Yeah,
he
definitely.
was hard at times.
Yeah.
In fact, I nearly thumped one once when we was in the chip shop, but little Betty Dennis got in between us.
He learnt you to drive.
Oh, yeah.
So who taught you to drive?
Well, this chap that I worked with.
Oh, right.
And of course, because of the distance between Truro and Weybridge, and I couldn't drive at the time, so he started to teach me with the works van.
Right.
And then I bought my uncle's old 1957 Ford Popular.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was like a tank, really. It was so well built. In fact, when I did pass my test and I was driving, come up to see Sheila, and I was driving home, and I think it was John Warwick, I think he was called.
Yeah.
He come down Molesworth Street, which you could then.
Yeah.
Turned to go across the plaque, because I'm in the way.
Right.
And bang, and he didn't drive his Mini anywhere, but I drove my car home.
Oh.
But Frank taught me to drive to help me to get to Weybridge.
Yeah.
And before I could drive, he would arrange that all our working day, I would finish in Weybridge.
Oh, that's good.
So he would say, bring your clothes and I'll drop you off, and which he did. Then I'd go on the train, because I could catch the train over where Betchman's
Yeah,
is.
of course.
Jump on the train, go into Balmer Road and back to Truro.
Because, I mean, driving up from Truro back then, there's no bypasses at all.
No.
You know.
And I always reckoned that, like, coming up from Truro, once I got through St. Colin Major, I was halfway there.
Yeah.
And the same going back, funny enough.
Yeah.
You go through and you think, oh, I'm halfway home.
Yeah, exactly.
I broke down once. I think all the years that I was up and down, I think I broke down once.
Yeah.
So didn't do too bad.
What did he do in your spare time when you got married then, before you had the boys? Because I know sister and that was saying that they used to go like pictures and that, but there wasn't entertainment there is today.
No,
was there?
And we didn't go pubbing a lot, did it, Storm?
No.
We didn't do that. I don't know.
We did go pictures in and out. My auntie used to work down there.
Ah, right.
Mrs. Daly.
Yeah.
She used to work down there.
Yeah, of course, you would have known everybody in town, because the Dallies and the Babs, it was two big families, really, wasn't them?
Well, like when we were courting and we were engaged, and then Frank, who I worked with, he said, where are you buggers going to live when you get married?
Right.
So then it was, do we move to Truro, or do we keep Sheila in Weybridge? But back then, Weybridge was, to me, just like an overgrown village. Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
And just like everybody knew everybody else's businesses as well.
Yeah.
But then we decided to live in Weybridge, and we was lucky. We saw Henry Irons, and I think Effie was living then, Betty's mother, because they used to live down the factory. And they said about going down there. And of course, we saw Henry Irons, and he let us live down there. It was good fun.
How many cottages was there?
Only one.
Oh, just the one?
Just the one cottage. The others were offices.
Oh, I see.
But as Sheila said, we only had paid £25 a year rent rate. Yeah. And all I had to do was make sure that at the end of the day, the gates were shut and all the lights were turned out.
Yeah.
And we had access to their shower room because we didn't have any running water. Well, we had running cold water, no hot water.
No.
So we could use their showers and use as much coke, keep the fire burning as we needed. Oh, Henry was good as gold. And we really got on with Henry, and we always did until he passed away.
Yeah.
Really good.
And I suppose it was good for him because you was almost like built-in security there because you was living on the premises, really, wasn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. And when I was day off, I just loved going over the foundry.
Yeah.
It's just like there's two sorts of men down there. There was the foundry guys and the machine guys. And I didn't get on with they. But the foundry, I just loved going over there watching them. In fact, they used to call me the foreman. And then if they was working late, we'd make them tea. We'd have 5 or 6 of them in the tiny little kitchen and make tea. But they wouldn't come any further than the kitchen with their dirty boots.
No.
In fact, we was down there when they done a keel for some big yacht. And they had to do the keel and then they had to fill it with lead, I think, to get the weight right. And of course, there's a lot of arsenic fumes going up through.
Right.
So they made sure we kept the windows shut and kept out the way. But we really liked it down there, really. But like you said earlier, it was quiet.
I would go back there tomorrow, I would now.
Would he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there anybody living up there now or no?
No, it's offices.
No,
is that?
Before we went down there, because there was Effie and Betty and Wendy, they lived down there.
Doreen Sleep.
Then Doreen Sleep lived there. Then we went there. Then when we moved out, Mike and Elaine Sims moved in.
Right.
And I think when they moved out, I think they turned it all back to offices.
Oh, I see.
But it was good. We had a good time down there, didn't we? Really got on a lot.
Yeah. How many men worked there, and can you remember or no? It was quite a
few
business, really, wasn't it?
There was quite a few down there, like Brian Pern,
Rob
Fuller,
Mike Sims.
Yeah, Mike Sims down there. Dave Cheney. I don't remember much of the names. Memory's terrible.
Getting old. That's what it is. Getting old.
Yeah. And like you say, Wadebridge back then, you could drive up the main street.
Yeah, up and down.
Shops. Everywhere, all on the Platte, wasn't it? You didn't really have to leave town, really. I wouldn't have thought, would he?
No, it was because like Langs had most of the shops.
Yeah.
But he was a good fellow, really. The people that he employed.
Yeah.
And I think he was generally a good boss.
And I think he had it sus because, like, was it the potato skins and that? Did he keep pigs?
Yeah.
Did that go to the pigs?
We used to go down to feed the pigs down at Pickery.
Oh, really? Where's that to then?
Down Poulton, that far.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to go down great big bins. I'd love it when the pigs come up.
Yeah, definitely.
But Doug Lang even took my mum in when my dad was dying in Bodmin Hospital.
Really?
Because he'd had all his teeth out. So I was only 3.
Yeah.
And Doug Lang took my mum in, but too late. So, not good, was it, love?
No. What did your father do for a living then? Can you remember?
He used to deliver coal.
Coal merchant.
Coal merchant. Because I said to Mum, how did you meet? Because Mum used to live at Treadwell.
Right.
And she was walking down one day and he picked her up with his coal lorry, put her bike in. He said, do you fancy going pictures tonight?
Really?
But like I said, she got married at 16, but like she always said to me, I didn't have to.
No, terrible.
So, yeah.
So was that Alkin's son or no? He worked for coal?
No, I don't think it was. I can't remember the name, to be honest.
I expect there's more than one because back then everybody had
I was only 3, when I lost my dad, so I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I was 11 when my father died.
You have very similar early lives, really, didn't you? Your father's passing away and then mother's having a second family. So
orphans.
Yeah. In fact, I'd lost contact with one of my stepbrothers. When father was first married, he had 2 girls and then Dennis. The 2 girls, the older one went to Canada because when her husband came out of the merchant navy, he said this country is had it.
Right.
No good. So they emigrated to Canada. The other sister was Bette Andrews.
All right.
She lived over West Park as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably everybody knows.
I remember her, yeah.
Yeah, she's my stepsister. And Dennis, the stepbrother, lost contact with Eve for a long time. I knew I had a stepbrother in Truro, but that was it. That was all I knew. And I went to a block of flats in Truro to deliver a TV.
Right.
And knocked on the door. The person I was going to wasn't there. Some bloke come to the door. And who do you want, boy? So I said, oh, she's gone out. And on the wall was this list of numbers of the flats and the names of the people in them. So I said, well, that's wrong. I said, I don't live here.
Right.
He said, oh, that's how Dennis. He said, no, do I? Oh, I might do. And of course, curiosity got better in me, really, so I went up, and this was my stepbrother. Now, that was a gap of something like 42 years.
Really?
Yeah, so it was a bit like long lost family, really.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a great deal in common, and we went to Canada a couple of times to see the family and all, but he passed away a few years ago. He's quite about 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a lot in common, not really.
Because it was like my gran, she was married and had 3 children, all under 6, and her husband died of a burst appendix, and then married again and had mother and Uncle Ken. So similar again, like, you know.
That's like how I went to the doctors once, didn't I? And I don't know what I went for. Anyway, it was sorted. And the doctor was a locum, I think. I think it was, if we had a woman doctor in the surgery, Dr. Partington, and I think this was her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sort of what was wrong. Anything else bothering you, boy? I said, well, there is, funny enough. I said, my father died when he was 52. I said, he died of bronchial pneumonia. I said, I'm fast approaching 50. I said, no, I should be worrying now. Every time I cough, is this going to be the beginning of the end? And he said, you bloody fool. He said, get old. Of course, they're pushing 80 now. So, and in fact, we saw him the other day because we went to a funeral. Whose funeral do we go to?
Dave was there then, I can't remember.
Because they live up St. Tooty now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Partington, their husband was there then, and we was talking to her. Yeah, it's strange, but still going.
So when you was young, and what did you get up to, like playing around?
We used to go out, because I mean, like, we were very friendly with the Hendersons, obviously, because Christine, my sister, married one. And we used to go down the river and take the children out in the prams and that, go out all day.
Yeah.
Then we used to go piking, go out for catch these flatfish, go home and fry them up. It was lovely.
So you used to walk, down the Camel?
Yeah.
On the train side? Was the tractor on Bradford's Quayside then?
No, on the train side.
What, when the track was still there?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we used to go down there.
What, first cutting, as we used to call it? Yeah.
I was out walking a lot. I mean, me being the oldest girl, I had to sort of help me mum a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously. But then she passed away in 73. You don't know what it's like until you lose your mum. No. And it's heartbreaking. Yeah. You know, some people think, oh, mum this, and I think, oh my God, I wish mine was here.
Yeah.
But
she was a dear. I remember her very well. Yeah.
That's life.
In fact, I was in with Sheila's mother long before I was in with Sheila. and I could never do anything wrong, could I, She? If ever we fell out or there's something, it was Sheila's fault. It could never be my fault. I was so sad. I was the golden boy.
We used to go down the railway line with Rosie there, because there was a lot of chickens down there then. Right. And because you wait for them to cluck, then we sort of pick up the eggs, like lovely warm eggs, take home.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. God, we did have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that road wasn't there then.
No.
The road that goes down towards the Littles, that wasn't there then.
Of course, it was a dead end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's right.
It was only like a lane there.
But where perhaps the bunker is now, the army surplus thing, did it go down just about there beside the railway track?
Not sure.
I think.
Yeah, it must have done.
And that was done. Yes.
Got to about there, and I think it stopped. Then.
Yeah, because where J Shoes is, that used to be like a big farming utility place, right. I think.
Yeah.
But whether that was there after the railway track, because I can remember the track, because I reckon that's the last time I went Mayday was on the train.
Well, thank you for that, you pair. That was proper. And we'll have more from they next week. Now, like I say, we've still got the thunder and lightning going on here, so I thought I would do that for me Cornish words this week. Thunder and lightning, which is Taran ha Luez. Taran ha Luez. So it's Taran, T-A-R-A-N, new word ha, H-A, and Luez, which is actually spelled L-U-G-H-E-S. Sorry, get that right in a minute. L-U-G-H-E-S, Luez. So it's Taran ha Luez, thunder and lightning. And my Cornish dialect, now this is a word, I heard one of our bearers say it this week, and if something's like, God, 'twas a hell of a job, something like that, he'd say, God, 'twas a hanger. 'Twas a real hanger, it was. So that's my Cornish word for the week, dialect, hanger. If something was a hell of a job, I'd say, God, 'twas a real hanger, you. 'Twas a real hanger, you. So there we go. Right, well, that's it for me for this week. And I will speak to you again next week. I hope you have a good week. Wish you well. Do Guinness. Cernobis Fican.